Speaking of you singing or thinking about you singing, let's go from what we were just doing there with Victory Lap into the next one.
Yeah.
Also has its theme song, Damn Okay.
Damn.
There we go.
I'm okay. Damn. I'm okay. Yeah, no, I mean, yes, I'm okay. The legal gambleizing. Oh, baby.
Also sponsored by Under Armour. This is incredible.
Damn. Okay.
Damn, Under
That's
Armour.
right.
Yeah.
Me likey Under Armour.
We're going defensive edition here.
Okay.
Breaking away from the quarterbacks and receivers a little bit.
Cool.
Rookie quarterbacks now 1-10 this season. Only win was Mac Jones against Zach Wilson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just kind of gives us a little bit of flavor of where we're going.
Sure.
Cleveland
Ooh.
beating the Bears 26-6. If you like offensive football here, that was a tough watch.
Yeah, it was a tough watch. You're right.
47 total yards. We can talk about that for the Bears in a moment. Let's start with Myles Garrett, franchise record 4.5 sacks.
Insanity. I mean, of course, I picked the guy to win the NFL Defense MVP the last 3 years. Now, in the year I didn't, I finally got off it. He's going to win it. But yeah, he's a freak of nature. And you saw the sacks too. There was a few that were the traditional, just beat a guy off the edge. There's a few that are just like, hey, it's a bootleg and he runs somebody down. I mean, he can do everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of those humans where you see him in person, you go, oh my gosh, that's Myles Garrett? Mm-hmm. No wonder he was the first pick. Like, he just jumps out to you that way. So, yeah, unbelievable performance by the Cleveland defense. Hey, Chicago defense played good too.
Yeah.
It's just, when you're on the field every fourth play the whole game, it's hard to, you're gonna break at some point. But, like, as much as Myles Garrett was a beast and awesome, the story of the day is, what the was Chicago doing on the offensive side of the ball?
What were they?
Running the same offense they always run, which I just was shocked by. And so was Myles Garrett. I mean, I saw a quote after the game, right? He said something where he was like, I thought they were going to move. We were expecting them to move Justin Fields more.
Well, let's start with I want to get to both those places.
Yeah.
At Snowhair312 asks about Myles Garrett. Was it Nagy leaving him one-on-one with Jason Peters, or did he get through doubles and still dominate?
From what I saw, there was, like, out of the 4.5 sacks, there was definitely a few. There was 2 sacks, I think, that was just him beating Peters, man up. Then there was a few others where it looked like they slid his way, and he kind of had a fight, and there was nobody open, and then Justin Fields started to escape, and he got him down that way. And I do think there was one other one that was like kind of maybe they were moving the quarterback. I can't remember exactly. And again, these are things I'll go back and watch, and maybe we talk about it on What the Happened Wednesday.
Okay.
Either way, to me, it did not look like there was a specific plan to slow him down, certainly, nor did it look like there was any plan on the offensive side of the ball to accentuate Justin Fields' strengths or slow down Myles Garrett and company, where wait, we have Jason Peters who's on his last leg. He's playing left tackle against one of the best pass rushers in football. Like, what are we going to do to slow down their front and do that? And I think that's where I'm just amazed.
We hear a lot last few hours, last night and this morning leading up to our show, about just kind of what you said. You kind of opened us up to walk down that path of what were the Bears doing? Why didn't they help him more? How about a couple specifics, like a couple concepts that you wish they would have included to help him more in his first start?
Well, like, to me, with as athletic as he is, it doesn't, like, first off, just the run bootleg thing is going to be crucial. I don't even think I saw much of that on first and second down. Way too much shotgun and just empty, or 4 wides with one back next to him. Okay, that's fine too. But, like, again, let's get some people moving pre-snap.
Put him under center.
Put him on quarterback design runs. That's where I wanted to see more than anything. Not that you have to, like, exhaust it to, like, beat your quarterback up, but to have a few to make Cleveland go, wait, oh, okay. Like, whoa, we can't just pin our ears back. He's not going to just be there. Whoa, they pulled both guards out to the right, and they had a tailback in front of them, and he followed up on that. And then, okay, the next play, it's something similar to that, and it looks like we're going to do it, and maybe he gives it to a speed sweep coming out the other side. Again, play off of him. His speed is his greatest strength right now. And they never did anything to make Cleveland think twice or even worry about his speed. So, and then underneath center, just, play actions. Again, play action pass. Get him deep in the pocket. He's protected. That slows down the pass rush. It also gets the quarterback great distance behind the line of scrimmage to open up rushing lanes in case he wants to run.
Could have been his best friend yesterday.
I know. That's where, again, I want to go back and watch it tightly. or more closely. But I just, to me, it was like, oh, well, Justin Fields is in. Let's run the same offense we've been running with Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. I know that's looked like,
didn't it?
But let's just do it anyways. Yeah. And that to me makes no sense at all.
And you guys may have run this already. I'm looking at Chris and not the monitor. But if we haven't run the Justin Fields, there we go. Week 3 at the Browns, 6 out of 20. Yikes.
Yeah.
Sacked 9 times. By the way, the 9 sacks, most times a quarterback has been sacked in his first career start since Greg McElroy.
Yeah.
11 times in his only career start, Week 16 back in 2012. 47 yards of total offense. I mean, that seems impossible.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
How does that happen?
Against a Browns defense that we've seen the Texans and Chiefs have their way with.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, it's lack of creativity. There is not top-end playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. But ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to. And then I felt like in moments, as the game went on, he got gun-shy too. Again, they got to do better around Justin Fields. Justin Fields, I'm still, me, I got my eye on his throwing still. Mm-hmm. I do think there was a few times he dropped back, and he doesn't trust his throwing, so he doesn't pull the trigger.
Right.
So those are things I want to go back and watch on film to go, wait, is my eye right when I was watching that on TV, at 1 o'clock with a bunch of games? There was some of that, but either way, underwhelming offensive approach. I was so excited to let's see something new and cool.
See something
They're
different.
They're going to have something.
Yeah.
And that's where it bothers me, and that's where also I did this. It leads me again to them wanting to hold out Fields. To me, was a political play, to just, he wasn't ready, so wait for next year, so I can save my job for one more year and play that angle. That's what it always looked to me. And when you come out with that type of game plan, I don't know. I kind of feel more convinced of that.
Another rookie quarterback on the wrong end of a defense playing very well yesterday. Saints beating the Patriots 28-13. Cameron Jordan had 8 pressures, 8, and 3 quarterback hits on Mac Jones.
That's where I was shocked. All right, the New England got dominated up front. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't protect the ball very well. Protect the passer very well. I was a little surprised by that. I know New Orleans' defensive front is mean and
really
nasty.
Good, yeah.
They can overpower people. But, man, I'm a big fan of the Patriots' front. They've been able to run the ball pretty much the last 2 years on just about anybody they want, and they usually can protect the passer to a degree to where you can go, well, they can execute their offense. But they got overwhelmed from that standpoint. They really did. The Saints, I think the score is even a little misleading. They dominated the game more than 28-13. It was 21-13 at the end there. And, you never felt like the Patriots were really going to win the football game. You're going, man, maybe if a miracle happens. But the Patriots, it's, it's just not stuff we're not used to seeing them do, too. And again, I know a lot of people go, we're not used to seeing the Patriots do this. I'm going to go, well, a lot of these guys are new Patriots. They're not used to Patriot football.
What comes to mind when you say things that we're not used to seeing from the Patriots?
Like miscommunication on just simple routes, like the second pick, or the pick 6 by Malcolm Jenkins. Like Jonnu Smith looked like he was a little in between of, do I stop? Do I continue to go? I'm not sure where there. They're just the blocked punt. That was another moment. There's been some penalties in the first few weeks where I just go, man, the Patriots never do that type of stuff. There's 1 or 2 other things that I can't quite remember either. What was the other pick? I know you had the P.J. Williams one. What happened on the P.J. Williams one? I can't remember. But either way, I guess it's the mistakes. The inability to totally dominate in the run game, which I thought they would really be able to do. And the last thing I'll say with the Patriots is they need to find a way to make a play. Somebody's got to take a little not every drive can be 13 plays, 75 yards.
Yeah.
15 plays. It's just too hard to play like that in the NFL.
Right.
Maybe Brady, if you got Brady your quarterback.
But you don't now.
But you don't.
You got a rookie
so
quarterback.
So you got to manufacture some ways to take a little pressure off of him and Josh McDaniels to make life a little easier.
One of the things that's been fun for me having these quarterback conversations with you the last 2 or 3 seasons, you chuck the stats aside. If the quarterback has a great line or a poor line, you kind of go with more of what you see.
Yeah.
Let's put Mac's numbers aside, which weren't great.
Right.
What did you see from his play?
Mac, I still saw a lot of good. The one thing I'll say about Mac that I think jumps, can he make, the occasional splash play? You know, that's going to be the thing I think to watch. Like where, and again, I don't want to be too critical of any of these rookie quarterbacks. They're in tough spots, and they really are. All of them are. But yeah, I think that's what I look at as like, okay, wait, you know, pockets broke down. All right, you know, you got a little room to throw. Can you make a big throw 30 or 40 yards down the field with people around you into pretty tight coverage? And that's where I guess it's just a little lack of the jaw-dropping plays or the wow, ooh, that was good. The defense won, but Mac still got a 25-yard gain.
Right.
And that's where people drop the ball on Brady a lot of the times. Like even, you know, when I was even negative with Brady in New England or whatever, Brady's arm is another level up from a Mac Jones or anybody else, to where Brady could make those. People are collapsed. The defense won. I could still throw a 30-yard laser to Gronk down the seam. No problem. That's what I need to see a little bit more from Mac Jones, at least in my assessment.
Another rookie quarterback struggling, Zach Wilson. Broncos beat the Jets 26-0. And it kind of came down, as you should when you only have 47 total yards of offense, on Justin Fields and the Bears. Jets haven't scored a touchdown in the last
2 games.
2 games.
Right.
Let's highlight someone in a positive way for the Broncos. Alexander Johnson, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and a pass defended.
Yeah, well, they got a really good front seven. I mean, the Broncos got it rolling on defense. I think, you know, it's been nice that they've gotten to play 2 rookie quarterbacks the last 2 weeks too, right? That does help things out. You know, but like that stat line tells you something right there.
Which one?
The Alexander Johnson, when you talk about he's the middle linebacker.
Yeah.
So what's that tell you? It tells you they're bringing up some blitzes where, again, this is what I've seen from them 3 weeks in a row. The Jets have gotten a little exposed in their pass protection all 3 weeks. Not just like mono, wait, this guy got to beat me. That happens, yes. But truly like schematics where teams are like, wait, when they're in this formation, they do this with the protection. And if we blitz this guy here, they're going to have a hard time picking him up. And that's what I've seen a lot of. And that, I mean, really, that would be the thing that jumps out to me more than anything. You know, again, Zach Wilson, a little loose with the ball. I get it. You know, but hey, he's trying to win a football game too. He's not just going to go, well, I'll take another sack. Oh, it's 14-0. Oh, I'll take another sack. It's 21-0. Oh, I'll take another sack and it's 35-0. He's trying to go down swinging, and he's under pressure. They got no run game, so he's tries to throw a few balls that you don't love. You know, his 2 interceptions yesterday, there was the one stupid one. At the one at the end of the game, you know, again, Braxton, I can't remember who that was. It might have been Berrios right over the middle. You know, you'd like him to catch that ball. He's, again, under pressure, running up in the pocket. So life's not easy. And, you know, Denver's got a good defense and good balance on offense, and they're made to play that type of game.
Last 2 games for Zach Wilson, 0 touchdowns, 6 picks, 15 sacks, the 4th most ever for a first-year player in that time in the Super Bowl era. Some names ahead of him: David Carr, 19 times, Archie Manning, 18, Kyler Murray. He was running around a lot. 16. And when I think of with Zach Wilson in this month, and I would like to have some time where you can kind of crow hop into a little bit and spend some time really watching so we can go back and forth. But when a quarterback gets sacked that often, what happens is he'll drop back in that split second where there's people around him, but he has time where he has to let it go.
Right.
He gets a little gun shy.
Sure.
And he doesn't let it go.
Right. Or you peek.
He peaks instead of cutting it loose with anticipation. And that really unique ability the good ones have can get clouded in a big way when there's a start like this with his protection.
Definitely. I mean, listen, you can go to superstars. They start getting like lack of protection like that. They're going to start to make stupid decisions and peak like you're talking about, knock them out of rhythm, let alone a rookie quarterback.
I mean, we saw it with Mahomes in the Super Bowl last year.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's
drop back and just start running.
Yeah, just start running.
Because you assume you're going to have to.
You're going to have to. Oh, wait, there was a guy open underneath, but damn, I was under pressure the last 6 plays in a row, so I just felt like play 7, I was going to be under pressure too. It starts to affect everything. You're 100% right. You know, too many people right now are trying to write the book about these rookie quarterbacks after 3 weeks. Calm the down. Like, these teams, Jacksonville sucks. The Jets suck, okay? Mac Jones and company are a work in progress. We know the Bears' offense sucks. Let's just let it play out a little bit. Let's not write their story and their career here after week 3. You know, again, I'm more into just the look. Trevor Lawrence looks good. Zach Wilson looks the part to me, the way he moves and the ball flies off his hand. They're going to have a lot of days that look like yesterday. Get used to it, Jet fans. You can't run the ball. You got nobody to be really scared of at receiver on the outside, right? You got a ton of injuries. You're learning new systems on both sides of the ball. This is what it's going to look like. I'm sorry. That's all I can really say there.
As long as you brought up Trevor Lawrence,
yeah.
Cardinals beat the Jaguars 31-19. We're highlighting some defensive play here. Jordan Hicks, 12 tackles, pass defended, and a game-ending strip sack.
Woo. I mean, it goes back to like a little bit what we talked about last. That second level of Cardinals is with Simmons, Hicks, the damn Byron Murphy who got the pick six. I mean, they got ballers. That's what you realize about Arizona. It's still not like the cleanest game in the world at times. They seem to give up big plays or have moments of like, man, what the hell is the offense doing? How can they not move the ball in Jacksonville 3-4 series in a row? Mm-hmm. But they're a little bit like the Chiefs where all of a sudden they just explode. And you go, oh, my gosh, whoa. They're down 19-10, and all of a sudden their focus was back, and it was 5 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. And then it was, Trevor Lawrence, I think that was when they tried to throw the flea flicker. Yeah. And he kind of just, hey, just because it was open all week in practice don't mean it's going to be open in the game. You can't just, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, we were up 19-10, and now we're down 24-19. And then you got the sense that Jacksonville had no chance after that. Like, right. Arizona kind of just took all the momentum of the football game. But there is a lot of talented players on the Arizona team. 1 for 9 on third down again yesterday for Kyler Murray. That, me, that's one of my themes of the year for them to watch out for. But I wouldn't be shocked if we see this a little all year long with Arizona. Yeah. Games where we go, but, man, they made these 5 or 6 plays and found some way to win it. They do, all over the board.
As long as we're in the store, let's stop and take a look. Trevor Lawrence,
let's get on there.
The good and the bad. What do you think?
Well, again, it's to me, the look it looks good. I love the way he looks. First down 7-0, right? Cardinals went right down on the first drive, and you went, oh, shit, they're going to blow Jacksonville out. Man, 9-play, 74-yard drive to answer, and – threw a lot of great balls. The touchdown pass he throws in the back left of the end zone to DJ Shark was an awesome freaking play. He started out looking to his right. He went all the way across the field with reads, didn't panic in the pocket, and then threw an unbelievable ball in the back left corner. This touchdown. Next drive, okay? I think it was the next drive. It was the next drive. They drive right down again. Trevor Lawrence throws an interception, not an interception. Receiver dropped an easy ball right in his gut. Right, so there they could have been up 14-7, 10-7 early. Either way they go in at halftime. But I like the way he looks. I do. It's a little bit of what I'll say. Again, it's just not going to be perfect. He's making adjustments. The one thing he has a little bit more than Zach Wilson right now is, I think, a little bit of a run game to worry about. And there are he's got a few receivers that, like Marvin Jones and DJ Shark, you have to respect them. They can run by most DBs in football. So he does have that element, so we'll see where it goes. But again, the way Trevor Lawrence looks, I'm not worried about him one bit.
Talking about these rookie quarterbacks struggling with losses, with getting sacked, with throwing picks, when it comes to the interceptions and the relentless pressure they're seeing, which one of those two, the picks or the pressure, do you think more leads to this rookie feeling that a lot of times these kids can't get out of where they're afraid to cut it loose?
Yeah.
Is it the interceptions piling up, or is it I'm getting hit all the time?
I think
it's the picks.
Yeah, I think so too. I do,
because everybody sees the stat line.
Yes, the picks I think are the one too. The pressure when you're getting hit and sacked and all that. First off, I think Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence are tough as hell, just like Mac Jones and Justin Fields. They're tough as hell. Right. So, but as a quarterback, I think you can sometimes just chalk it up to like, well, damn, I can't block the guy.
Right.
I can't do that. Hopefully, like you talked about a minute ago, you want to still keep your eyes down the field and not let it affect that. But the interceptions, can make you gun shy. Or you start to worry about it as you're throwing the ball. You're like, oh, I threw a pick, and I'm throwing this down the middle, and he's open, but it's a little tight.
Right.
And it can make you flinch or maybe just choke at the last second to where you don't throw the ball quite the way you want it.
And think about how many times, whether it's Rodgers, Mahomes, any of these guys that are playing well, where you're watching the broadcast and they slow it down from behind. And from the time that they decide to throw the ball and you're looking downfield to where it goes, you're like, holy shit, that's not open?
Yeah.
That's not open at all. The anticipation and the placement there are terrific, and you kind of lose that little half second where you have the courage to cut that one loose.
No doubt. And again, these are rookies Like, Aaron Rodgers lost that in week 1. And, like, a little bit even in the start of the first half against Detroit. But what happened? All of a sudden, he threw a few laser beams into some tight coverages and was complete in a big play. And you're right. And now he's like, I'm unstoppable. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's covered down the middle by Fred Warner. Don't worry. I'll throw the most perfect touch pass down the middle of the field. And that's, you get confidence off of that, to your point. And, yeah, these guys, they're not there yet. They're not there yet. And their teams aren't there yet to help them out that way either.
Hey, remember when the Titans took Harold Landry out of BC first round 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Titans beat the Colts 25-16. 5 quarterback hits, 10 total quarterback pressures.
Wow.
Tough one for Carson Wentz.
Oh, well, I mean, it's been tough every week so far.
Maybe he shouldn't have played? It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. Listen, I think I saw a thing after the game, like Frank Reich basically said, like 80 or 90% Carson Wentz was best option we have. So, okay, I can respect that. Yeah, they don't trust Jacob Eason. You can tell. And then Brett Hundley, he's new there and everything, so maybe they don't feel like he's up to speed with the offense and everything that way as well. That's all I can come to. But it's the same issues we saw. This game's a little misleading, 25-16, and I go, yeah, it's 25-16, but there was like Tennessee controlled this game. Tennessee had a little bit of the we're going to try to fuck this up and make the game closer than we should. Tannehill had, one bad interception, another one where the guy should have caught it and the ball popped in the air, I believe. They blew some opportunities that way. But, Harold Landry's he's a man on the edge of the defense. That's the one thing. Not that he's ever going to be like the 12 or 14 sacks of the, a year type of guy. But like a Mike Vrabel, he's going to dominate the guy in front of him in the run game. He knows how to push the pocket. He's athletic enough to win with the speed rush and do that at times too. But just a really good all-around football player that you would expect Mike Vrabel to have on the end of his defensive line. So really cool to see there. But, yeah, I don't think – I don't feel – Tennessee to me is – if they get the defense right, they got enough playmakers on offense, and you know what I think of Henry and Tannehill, to where I just go, they're another team. Yeah, right now, what are they 2-1? Where I go, watch out.
And that's easily the best team in the division.
I think so, without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, there's the Colts, as you see, not protecting the ball well, and to me, you've heard me say this all year. They miss a player or two on both sides of the ball. Again, in a close league, to who's going to make a play in a big moment to get you over the hump. It can't just always be Carson Wentz having to gut it out for a 7-yard completion over the middle. Like, it's a little all over the place, and their offense is all over the place, and they're not playing good football.
Can we go a little special teams?
Yeah.
For the final damn okay?
What?
Baltimore.
What?
Ravens beat the Lions 19-17, and Justin Tucker knocks that one through from – how far out was that?
66.
66. Okay, 66 yards. So that's awesome. Okay.
It's insane.
How about this? 16 for 16 in his NFL career in field goals in the final minute of regulation. Unbelievable.
Greatest kicker I've ever seen.
16 for 16.
Yeah.
I mean, is there I was trying to think of other sports. Like, is there a golfer who's hit 16 six-footers in a row in the back nine in majors? Is anybody in baseball hitting 400 with runners in scoring position?
I know. I don't know.
That is an incredible stat.
Incredible. He's such a weapon for them. At the end of the game, at the end of the halves. I mean, all game. I mean, you just know, like, hey, if we get around the 40, we're guaranteed to get 3 with this guy. 57 is he's almost all day for that shit. I've never seen anything. I've never seen a guy where I felt more confident every time he gets up there to go, 55 yards for Justin Tucker? No problem. He's going to knock it right down the middle. Yeah. And it's not going to waver or anything. You're just going to go, as soon as it leaves his foot, you're going to go, it's good.
Pick it up, walk off the green, give it to him.
Amazing yesterday.
Yeah.
Amazing. I when he left his foot, I was like, oh, my gosh, he made it.
It's got a chance.
And then it hit the bar, and I went, oh, my gosh, he's going to miss it. And it reached the net in the back there. I mean, that was an unbelievable moment. Right? Unbelievable. Let me just hit on that real quick. The Ravens, obviously down there, right? But, man, I still felt like when they left a lot of plays and points on the board. I mean, Hollywood Brown, he was Bollywood Brown yesterday. It was Bollywood. I mean, he dropped it, I'm going to say at least 1 touchdown, 2 other ones that are like, if it's not a touchdown, they're going down to the 4 or 5 yard line. Yeah. Right? So they blew some opportunities there, and give Detroit credit.
Yeah.
They just hung around, and I
Yeah.
felt so bad for Dan Campbell.
Oh, my gosh.
As bad as I felt for a coach in a long time, because he's thinking, wait, it's 4th and 19. We got him.
Great throw by Lamar Jackson, by the way.
A lot like the Rodgers throw a little bit.
So good.
Back foot, just lofted it right perfectly
Patience,
over the
touch,
guy, right?
yeah.
So that was amazing. Now, Detroit got over. That was delay a game.
Okay, so that's where we're going.
Yeah.
At XXX Neon, can you mention that the refs gave the game to the Ravens by ignoring a blatant delay of game on the previous play? 1.5 seconds highlighted last night on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes or a lot of times there's like a split second where it's like, oh, was that late?
They'll
Might
give you
have
like
been,
a
could have
second
been.
grace period.
And I feel like that officiating crew kind of fell into that trap, but they're used to assuming the quarterback's going to get it off just a split second after. And it was
like
way
another
after.
split, and then another split, and then
Egregious.
after. It
So
was.
bad.
It was. I think we were even being nice on Football Night in America by putting 1.57. I really do.
I think it was more.
I think it was more because, like, we had somebody in the back room kind of slowing it down and really so it could keep track of the time. Like, it was closer to 2.
Yeah.
It really was. It was almost a full 2 count of and that that was egregious.
That's the
And
game.
of course, that is a game. That is the game. Because, it's going to be 5 yards back farther. You're not going to be able to hit a 71-yard field goal.
He wasn't going to make it from 67.
And, right. He wasn't going to make it from 67. Exactly right. So that was huge. That really was. Ravens got lucky on that one. There's no doubt about it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.